What is happening, you wonderful people? So, I was not planning on seeing this film, but I just got home a little bit ago from seeing the new Ralph Fiennes focus feature film, Conclave. And again, like I said, I was not planning on seeing this film. Also, I had no expectations. I had no expectations for this film. And wow, let me just say, I have had so many big surprises this year, especially this month, October and September. And this is one of them. Like, wow. Well, let's talk about it. So, in this film, we follow, it is in modern times, and we follow Ralph Fiennes' character. He's the main character. And we follow him and other characters as well, the side characters like Stanley Tucci and John Lithgow and some others, But in this movie, we follow the death of the active Pope and the process that these characters go into in secret in a way to select the new Pope. And they want to select Ralph Fiennes as the new Pope. And it that's where we have our story without giving too much away, which this is the type of movie where it's not spoilery in a way, because this isn't like a big like cinematic Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Transformers type of movie, if that makes sense. I thoroughly had a great time in this film. I was not planning on watching it. I really wasn't. And I had no expectations for it, but I heard it was good. And I was like, you know what? Might as well go watch it. I wasn't planning on watching Anora, and I'm going to watch Anora Monday. So expect that review sometime. I'll probably have my review up Tuesday, something like that. But anyways, so this movie's great. I really enjoyed this film, and just the depth that they go into to tell this story keeps you engaged, and there's a mystery behind it, and it's about politics and religion, and they coincide with each other, and it works. And my favorite thing about this film is the dialogue, the writing on these characters and the writing on the wall, how the screenplay and the script is written and how it evolves throughout the entire film. I want to go ahead and kind of talk about my negatives just to get them out of the way because I don't have very many, but I have a few. This movie is 2 hours long with credits. Without credits, it's around an hour and 50 something minutes. I do feel like it's a little long. I do feel like it dragged a little bit here and there. And I feel like the pacing could have been a little tighter in this film. I really feel like it could have been. And I was bored a little bit, you know what I mean? And the story overall is really great. Like the story keeps you engaged and you're interested and you want to continue to go on this journey and you want to continue to understand more about it, if that makes sense. I do feel like the story could have been more monumental in a way, if that makes sense. Like it's a great story, but I feel like maybe it could have been a little bit more monumental, if that makes sense. Going back to the screenplay, going back to the writing, like the way they write Stanley Tucci's character, John Lithgow's character, all these other characters is great. But the way they write Ralph Fiennes' character in this movie, the way he's fleshed out and the depth that they go and the depth that they give this character, you understand where he's coming from. They want him to be this new pope. And he's grateful about that. He's thankful, but he doesn't want to be because he doesn't feel like he's worthy of it because he's losing his faith. And it's just, as a believer in God and a believer in Jesus Christ and someone who grew up in the church and someone who is baptized myself, not just me, but I'm talking about this in general for every believer out there. It is very relatable when you feel like you're losing faith, if that makes sense. Like, again, I'm baptized. I have always been a believer and I always will be. And all my friends are believers. All my friends go to church. And again, talking about this in general for everybody, not just me, but for everyone, my family, my friends, people can feel like they're losing faith. and it was just relatable in this film. The way this film was directed, the way it was shot, just oh, it was beautiful. My actual favorite thing about this film, and by the way, Ralph Fiennes is coming for that Oscar. I am just going to straight up tell you that right now. This might win Best Picture. I feel like this might win Best Picture, and if Ralph Fiennes doesn't get an Oscar, I at least think he should get nominated for this film. I really do. The score. And think about it like this for the score. The score is like, y'all know what a violin sounds like. It's like one of those like high octane, fast paced, fast paced violin. It goes, you know what I mean? Like it's like, you know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, it worked in this film. It set the tone, and like the way it was directed set the tone. The tone was consistent throughout the entire film, and besides being bored a little bit, and besides the story maybe needing to be a little bit more out there and maybe a little bit more fleshed out, even though it was, his story overall was phenomenal. I don't think this is a top 10 film of the year. I don't think it is, but it is one of my favorite films of the year. Like it's great. It's number 20 for me right now. So it is top 20 of the year. It's just it's great, and John Lithgow doesn't have much to do in this film, but when he is in this film, because he is one of the main characters, he's one of the side characters, he's great. John Lithgow, anything John Lithgow is in, he's great in, and Stanley Tucci is another prominent main character in this film, side character, and he has a lot of screen time. He has more screen time than John Lithgow. Anything Stanley Tucci is in is amazing. He's amazing in, and he was phenomenal in this film. He blew me away. Like Ralph Fiennes blew me away in this film. He did blow me away, but Stanley Tucci blew me away in this film. Like there's this wonderful scene. Y'all have probably seen the trailers where Ralph Fiennes and Stanley Tucci are talking, and Ralph Fiennes is like, "This isn't a war," and Stanley Tucci is like, "This is a war." Y'all have seen that in the trailer. Brilliant scene. Brilliant scene. There's this other scene where Ralph Fiennes is talking up on a podium, and just all brilliant scene. I was captivated. I was captivated by that scene. I was like, the dialogue in this film, this better win either best screenplay or best score, best picture, or Ralph Fiennes better get an Oscar for this. I'm straight up saying I want either one of those four needs to happen for this film. Overall, I really enjoyed this film. I really did. Like I encourage y'all to go check it out. I am in love with this film. The more I think about this film, the more I'm falling in love with it. The more I want to see it again. Like I'm shocked it's not in my top 10, but it is my top 20, which is still really good. Top 10 is better, obviously, but yeah, wow, brilliant. It's brilliant. So yeah, y'all comment down below. Tell me what y'all think. I know I always tell y'all what I think, but I like to mainly hear from y'all first, always. Did y'all get a chance to see Conclave? Maybe not yet. Are y'all planning on seeing it? Maybe not. But if y'all did, comment down below and tell me what y'all think. Did y'all like it? Did y'all not like it? And let's have a conversation. I want to hear from y'all. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share, especially on this video. We are at we just hit 500 yesterday. It's a big milestone. Now we're at 508 as of today. And the next big milestone is 600, 700, 800, 900. And the big one is 1K. Then obviously beyond that, I am grateful for all y'all. Thank y'all for always watching the channel, especially if you're new. And if you are new, I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reactions, live streams, and movie news, all that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. Yeah, Conclave. It's a good one. It's a good one. Keep talking movies, my wonderful people. Cheers.